Hello viewers, my name is Aiyeola. I pastor the Chapel of Victory, one of the Redeemed Christian churches in Milton, Keynes, here in United Kingdom. Welcome to the Open Heavens Reflection, as written by our Father in the Lord, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye. The topic before us today is acceptable service. A Bible passage can be found in the book of Romans chapter 12 verses 1 and 2. It goes thus: I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Our memory verse is James 1:27. Pure and undefiled religion before God and Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their trouble, and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. Our reflections today, talking about acceptable service, which we read about in Romans chapter 12 verses 1 and 2. Paul has been raised in Judaism. He knew the Pharisees. He knew the Sadducees. He knew the scribes, the chief priests, the elders, and he knew the externalism. He knew that their service was mechanical. There was so much activity, so much formality, so much routine, so much liturgy. They served with the flesh. They served in the physical, in the external, in the superficial. He grew up in the Gentile world, and he knew how the priests of the pagan gods served. They served externally out of fear that if they didn't do it, the God would step on them and crush them, or bring calamity on their city, or their town, or their country. All of it was so shallow and so superficial. He has seen so much religiosity. He has seen so much phony functioning in the name of religion. And he sums up his whole approach in the statement: God whom I serve with my spirit. And I believe what he's saying is that my service comes from deep within me, not from the outside, not from the external. In other words, my inner man is what motivates me. My inner man is what drives me. It isn't what people think. It isn't what they paid me. It isn't peer pressure. It isn't legal obligation. It's in my heart to do this. It's in my spirit to do this. The best way to see that beautiful phrase is an affirmation that his whole being, his whole heart, his whole mind, his whole soul, his whole spirit was in the service that he rendered. He's saying to them, I'm not insincere, I am genuine. He's just saying, it's an all-out effort for me. When we serve the Lord with the whole of our heart, it is possible that sometimes things might not go the way we wanted. That does not in any way change the fact that God is faithful and that he reigns over the affairs of the earth. When such a thing happens, we must be resolute about our faith. We must stand firm, even whom we have believed. Even if people are asking, where is our God? We need to let them know that our God is alive and that he rules over the affairs of this world. We also need to know that our God is sovereign. He is a God, and we are not his God. It is legitimate for us to have desires, but we cannot in any way impose our desires on God. Our prayer point for today is, Father, I commit my life to you wholeheartedly. God bless you. Have a wonderful celebration. See you in the new year.